I'm Yuri.
I'm Jacob.
And we're going for a drive. '25 Genesis GV80.
3.5T Prestige without launch control. It's not bad.
Horsepower and torque.
375 horsepower, 391 pound-feet of torque from a 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6.
So this has been refreshed. We got a couple new things on the interior, mainly this really awesome screen that is actually one solid piece and doesn't have a line in the middle, and some exterior changes.
Gently massaged on the exterior. If I didn't know it was updated, I wouldn't be able to tell.
And then there's also now a GV80 coupe coming out, and we are late to the game. We are not getting a chance to drive that, but we're going to show some photos because that looks cool, but it also has a different motor than this.
Technically, it's kind of the same engine, but it has an electric supercharger giving it a boost over this one, and there's even a crazier version. It's a concept for now, the Magma. So Magma now exists as Genesis concept production fast car line. So they're M versions of everything, but there is going to be a production one. The first one is the GV60, the electric one, and they're all orange.
Who's the spokesperson, Dr. Evil? Liquid hot magma.
Yes, that would be a great spokesperson.
Please let us know if you are at the age where you don't understand that joke.
Oh yes.
God, I'm so sorry. I'm pretty sure that came in like 99.
And Yuri had to take a slight turn there because Cliche Corner is closed today for emergency repairs.
Yeah, from getting washed out, but that's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, so this thing, I really like how it looks on the outside. I loved the previous model as well. It looks very luxurious on the outside.
Because the looks haven't really changed.
Exactly.
I think they added an extra set of lines in the grille.
Yeah.
And then they got rid of the exhaust tips, and they're hidden.
And then overall, to me, this just looks like what the Bentley Bentayga wanted to look like.
And then let's listen to it
from the outside.
The one thing I hate about the looks of this, the license plate placement. They always pull the sneak move with the press units by putting a manufacturer plate or a Quebec plate, so they only need a back plate.
Yep.
These look so butt ugly with the plate in the front that I don't think I could ever drive one and walk to it and see it and be happy with it.
Yeah, definitely ride dirty if you buy one of these.
Because it's disgusting.
Yes,
It's the biggest mistake in the car world right now.
It looks so good without a front plate.
But that sensor gives you highway driving assist and all that cool safety stuff, and the highway driving assist does work really well. It's got a sensor now that watches your eyes to the point where I had my hands off for 5 minutes, and then eventually it's hey, put your hands on the wheel, and I was like, oh yeah. So it's kind of like Super Cruise, but without having a green line or anything to activate.
And you don't need pre-mapped highways. So Genesis and Hyundai have always had a really good system, and I guess this just made it even better.
Yeah, and then we also recently drove a Kia Carnival minivan, and the adaptive cruise lane centering was too aggressive, I mentioned in that, and it would pull you all the time.
Yeah.
This is tuned perfectly. So Kia Carnival minivan team, call up your buddies over at Genesis and be like, can you copy and paste that tuning file over to my to my laptop?
Genesis is looking at their phones. It says Kia. They're like, no, just hang up. But let's get to the looks of the outside a little bit more because these wheels are fantastic looking.
Yeah, they're cool. They're
they're great. Yeah.
I like them.
I love the Genesis kind of mesh pattern stuff that they're doing, in little different ways and stuff, and the 5 spokes and their little twists on things.
I mean, I still want air ride so I can get lower because I feel like there's too much wheel gap. But what is the Continental recommended tire for a GV80?
The Extreme Contact DWS 06 Plus.
Heck yeah.
But this with air ride would look a lot sicker dumped, but the ride quality in this is really good. You don't need air suspension. It's so nice.
So comfy. The suspension is great. And then other body stuff, it's the same color as the last one we drove, and there aren't really that many cool colors, which is disappointing, but I guess it's more of a subtle chill brand compared to BMW and Mercedes. There's no 53, 43 or anything equivalent.
Magma.
Yeah, I guess coming up.
They went a little crazy with different than papaya.
Yeah. And then this motor is the bigger motor. You can get a smaller motor, which I would not advise.
No. You might as well just go straight to this one. The lower one is a 2.5, I think 300 horsepower.
And then with top trim, you also can get a third row in here, cheater 3-row, which we can squeeze into, but it's not the most comfy.
Yeah, I can't really. I would say that I don't fit.
But what is cool is that there is 3 rows of climate control.
Yes.
So like if you do have a kid back there,
or a dog,
like a 9-year-old, they are going to be living the life of luxury.
just spinning knobs.
They got a little
Hot, cold.
They got a little thing there. It's got like a screen and everything. It's pretty sick if you're 9.
And yeah, and even if you're not and you're older like we are, the buttons and knobs and touch points and everything in here are very impressive. Like this looks and feels very nice.
Yeah, well, they pretty much did what the Kia Carnival got wrong, right?
Yes.
They have, even though it's capacitive, whatever, we actually have volume knob, tuning knob, and then below that they put the climate. They fit it all in.
Right, it's like an older BMW, like remember the 7 Series and stuff had this kind of touchscreen-ish thing?
It's acceptable.
Yeah.
And then if this had, the flipping screen like the Kia, I would say don't even consider this.
Yes.
But it doesn't have that, so it's pretty sick.
That's right. And then we do have some fake looking but must be real wood because of the price point.
Yeah.
But I say it's fake looking because there's literal color in it.
Yeah.
Like greens and blues and reds and oranges.
Well, let's look up real close. It looks real. It has to be real.
It has to be real.
It looks
like, fake to me.
It looks like it's had stuff added to it.
Yes.
But like there's no way at this price point.
I totally agree. But it just looks fake, which kind of, to me, defeats the purpose of that.
Okay, before we keep going,
Yes.
I got a question for all the subscribers and followers watching out there. Think of the thing you like the most about watching our car reviews, okay? Just think about it real hard. Maybe even write it in a comment, and we'll get back to that later.
Okay.
What do you like the most about us doing car reviews?
Can I guess?
No, it's for them.
I know, but can I guess what it is and just do it?
No.
Okay.
And then the last thing I want to mention before you drive and talk about the rest of the fun stuff in here, the double screen thing.
It's OLED.
I think the old one had it like just digital, but it was like 2 separate screens or whatever. This is the first double screen that is consistent the whole way, even though only half is touch. Usually they put a little line in the middle to differentiate, even though the outer housing makes it look like one big piece.
I think it is actually one big piece.
Yeah, well, it must be. And
I think they said it was a 27-inch OLED.
It looks perfect because it's only half is touch, so it tricks my mind.
Sure.
But yeah, it looks fantastic. And when you've got the map screen in the middle, the map screen on the right, like if you go all the way back, like the screensaver thing.
Yep.
That looks cool. Everything is like very fluid, easy to use. We've got a rotary dial as well as being able to touch and some hard buttons. So it's the best of all worlds to be able to control it. The CarPlay is super nice. And like you see that like hard line there.
Yeah. Is it wired and wireless as well?
Wired
too?
and wireless, yeah.
Perfect.
And it's USB-C only though.
Yeah.
It's just very nice. I have nothing really to complain about.
It's kind of like what BMW tried to do.
Yeah.
But this is better.
I feel like everyone had tried to do this.
Yeah.
But this is the first good one. And then this. Okay, one more silly thing.
Go for it.
We got the mood curator.
Oh yeah.
Mood curator.
Yes.
Click on that. So we got Vitalize and stuff in the other ones.
Yeah.
And like BMW and Mercedes had a cool one. We have the vitality mode of the mood curator. Let's hear what that sounds like. It plays music. Change the lights, and it'll shoot fragrance at you.
Oh boy.
Change the images. We have no fragrance loaded.
Thankfully, I don't like fragrances.
And I can't think of the word fragrance without Jeremy Fragrance on Instagram. So if you've seen that guy, let me know how crazy that guy is.
No idea.
He's nuts.
Pump it up. I wouldn't say this is vitalizing me. This is putting me to sleep.
I actually prefer Delight, which is more of like 90s sitcom trying to get with a girl music, I think.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Get the girl in the car, hit her with some 90s smooth jazz.
This could be the intro to Friends or something. Like,
Yeah.
I might actually be the intro to Friends.
Right out. This is the new Straight Pipes intro.
Wow. All right. End all of this, please.
Yeah. Man, like.
Why are you wasting resources on
Yeah,
this?
did they not check with anyone before like sending this out?
I don't think so. All right. Can I drive, Yuri? Do I
Yes.
have permission yet?
You getting comfy? Put on your massage, bro.
I'm trying to.
Add the lumbar. Does it push into the middle of your spine?
Dude, I've already tried to deflate it. Like the entire time I've been trying to deflate it, it's still pushing on my spine.
But it is better than every other one.
Oh, this one, oh, my driver's seat does have somewhat of a massage. Pelvis, waist, whole body, and off, but that one didn't have that.
Yeah, just go to waist because anything else just lifts your butt up and makes it uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right, let's launch this puppy. You did a brake boost, I'm just gonna floor it.
Almost better that way?
Yeah, it's kind of the same. It's not bad, and it definitely is pumped in sport mode, so if I dial that back to comfort and then slow down and floor it again.
Same.
Oh yeah, I felt like when you're on half throttle, it felt different.
You know
like,
what, I'm not sure the Magma's gonna do different.
Yeah, hang on. So comfort now. Wait, sorry, I downshift a little too hard. There. Maybe it was in my head.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the
I
whole
could have
listener.
swore that it sounded different in sport. Anyways, yeah, I'm sure the Magma will sound different. But this does pull pretty decently. I really like this powertrain. We have the same transmission that we had previously, and it's geared for smoothness, I would say. It's not like crazy or anything like that. I wouldn't really want to use these paddles.
Yeah, what's your hand touching?
Paddles.
No.
What do you mean?
Steering wheel.
Well, both.
Is the steering wheel different than
Yes.
the last one?
I believe I did not like the previous one because I think it was a 4-spoke or
It
something.
was that weird round. Like,
Yes. So
bowl thing.
they solved that with a nice 3-spoke, but also still a 4-spoke kind of, but proper shape. It's a 3-spoke
Yeah.
looking thing.
We only have like one BlackBerry touch scroller thing in there.
Yes. And
It's
let
still
us
pretty
know if you
simple.
don't understand that reference, how old you are.
Yeah. What the heck is a BlackBerry?
Exactly. But we do have a bunch of drive modes over here, so Eco, Comfort, Sport, and My mode. And if we push it, we got our terrain mode, snow, mud, and sand, which I'm pretty sure all of North America gets because there's weird different things sometimes with Hyundai, Kia, Genesis not getting terrain modes in the USA versus Canada.
No one's going to use any of it.
No, just leave it in the startup mode, which I think is comfort anyways.
Hey, Jacob.
Yes.
Are you comfortable?
Somewhat. Hang on, but this massage honestly is not that great.
No, because it's ergo massage.
Yes.
Okay, set your preset.
It's going to do the same thing, isn't it? Not available while driving.
Still one of the biggest misses along with the license plate placement in this car.
That's like throughout the entire Hyundai, Kia, Genesis lineup, they just don't let you save the preset while you're driving, which is insane because that's when I know where my mirrors and everything are.
Major L. Hey, you like my outfit?
Yeah,
we got
nice.
this from the McLaren Indy team when we
I got one of
McLaren
those
Aero
too.
Indy team when we went for the tour at the Honda dealers.
The Ontario Honda dealers, Indy,
That's funny.
in Toronto. Yeah.
Hey, what if there's people behind you in all 3 rows and you can't see over their heads? What would you do?
Camera. Oh,
Ah.
nailed it.
Speaking of camera, this does have a really nice 360 camera, super high res.
Very, very nice. It's
And-
that kind of like Audi
yeah.
style. Actually, I guess every luxury manufacturer
And it's
style.
got the auto parking and stuff, like if you hold the camera button, which has a hard button, which is cool too.
Yep. And then all of this, there's no gloss black, which is amazing. Thank you.
Well, this is kind of gloss black.
That doesn't count.
And then also the thumbs where you're on your steering wheel.
That kind of separate, that doesn't really count either.
There's a bunch of gloss black.
A bunch? There's like 3 gloss blacks in here.
Three is a bunch. Two is a pair.
All right, so let's get into some handling, what this does through fake cliche corners, since cliche corner is not accessible to us today. And I think this is going to do some body roll, and yes, it does, but not that bad. Like, this is actually pretty decent through here. Yeah,
it
definitely
feels
body
fine.
roll. But it feels comfortable, like going over those little bumps and stuff.
It's super comfortable.
Yeah.
My wife was in love with how comfortable this car was
Yep.
and how comfortable the back seat was.
And the steering also feels like normal. It's got some weight to it, especially in sport mode. Oh, dude, yeah, I was in comfort mode. Never mind. It doesn't actually... Yeah, no, it lightens up in comfort, but it still feels pretty natural, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then the power through there was good. Like,
Yeah.
everything's nice. But yeah, suspension comfort is great. I see why they didn't go with air suspension for the extra complexity and cost and everything like that, because I feel like they don't need it.
I know, I just want it to look cool and dumped.
I agree. So in this lacking gloss black area, there is nothing in here. The cup holders feel like they're gonna pass in a small cup of coffee. I think that's totally fine.
You got
It's borderline?
It's borderline, and they've got some ambient light there too. And ambient light at night, cool is nice.
And then we do have a wireless charger down there as well.
Yes, and then
Visors.
3, 2, 1. Yes.
Yes! All right.
Yes. And by the way, if you've gotten to this point of the video, what was that thing that you liked about us?
Aha!
Have we done it yet? If we have, hit the thumbs up button. That's what it's for.
That's what I was gonna do when you said that. Let's talk about backseat room, because it's actually quite good for myself in the second row at 6'1.5", and we do have peasant blockers as well, which is lovely.
And mirrors for your makeup.
That's right. Putting on my clown lipstick and things, what I do.
And then we got 2 sunroofs back there, which are controlled by this, and I think that's really nice. And with those baby shades, dude, my kid was passed out in her child seat back there.
And then in the third row, like we said, we don't really fit, but behind the third row, pretty tight with the third row up. Our bags don't fit in the normal kind of laying down configuration.
But we do have the close and lock and close button.
Yep.
And I recently replaced a gigantic water cooler, and I used the corner of the box to lift up and click the button, and it locked, and I could just walk away. I didn't have to put it back down and lift it back up.
Nice.
Right? And every time you save yourself lifting something is a time you save your back a little bit.
It's true.
Okay, and then with this child seat back there, you seemed absolutely comfortable in front of it.
Yeah.
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 It's good, lots of room. This could be a family car if you're super rich, because it's got the 3-row.
I wouldn't say super rich. I'd say like these days, moderately rich.
Moderately rich?
These days.
But it's like...
It's still a crap ton of money.
Would anyone use this as like a baby car? Or would...
If you're moderately rich.
But then wouldn't you go like up to like an Escalade?
Debatable.
I know.
don't know.
I'm trying to figure that out.
It's a bigger car.
Okay, what does this kind of compete with?
This would be like an X5, a GLE, things like that, I would say.
New MDX, because that has the good infotainment finally.
Yeah.
Which we haven't driven yet.
There's a ton of stuff in this category, probably one of the most popular categories.
But nothing like Cadillac, it's like an XT6, but that's not like cool.
XT7,
We're not
8,
about that.
No.
I think does Lincoln have something? Nautilus? They're probably like a Nautilus or something?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
An Aviary or something?
Aviator. That one does look pretty nice.
Aviary.
The bird.
I hope y'all like birds.
I think this is the best looking one in the segment. Outside. Like everything looks really good.
It's just the name brand is hard to like.
Eventually people will get over it, I think.
Because
whenever I look at I see these on the road, I still look at them. I'm like,
damn,
that's pretty good looking.
I feel like I'm not there to be like, yes, I'm stoked on this name brand yet.
All right.
But
if
like,
you
it's getting
are,
close.
go to tsp.truecar.com for discounted price offers.
Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with it. Objectively, it's a really nice car, but like subjectively, I'm still thinking like, all right.
You need a Mercedes or BMW.
Genesis.
You're a snob.
Genesis used to be a model by Hyundai, and I'm like, I'm still like, I need a couple more years.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple rounds of golf at the Genesis Tour will solve that.
Genesis Open or whatever it is.
So, is that pretty much everything with this GV80? That's pretty laggy.
Yeah, because I'm in comfort now.
Yeah, but a lot of people just drive in comfort.
Yeah, I would say yes, we're done with it, Yuri.
Okay.
Except the price.
Let's get to it.
This one starts at $75,000.
Canadian.
And this one is optioned out to $95,500 all in, taxes exclusive.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one you need to get, because what are you doing getting an electric car that's not the top trim?
Yeah, I know. But it's like, it's crazy that Genesis is like $100,000, but at the same time, it has to be $100,000 because that's what.
But it's not 100,000 American, and at the end of the day, 100K American is like the real tipping point.
And any competitor equally equipped would definitely be more.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good car for the price, and there's a lot of nice things. There's a couple things they could work on, but I think they got most of it nailed.
I think I agree with that.
Would you be more impressed if your real estate agent showed up in a lower trim BMW or Mercedes, or a top trim Genesis GV80?
I think Genesis, because I'd start to question it.
I'd be like,
Why'd you do that?
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They don't just want a white CLA.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So now the real question, Austin Powers, would you take this, or would they take the GV80 Coupe Liquid Hot Magma?
I gotta say the Magma, just because it doesn't exist yet and I know nothing about it, but it's orange, so, I like my orange cars. Just kidding, I only have one now.
Some people don't realize that Mike Myers played all 3
Really?
characters. Yeah.
Oh my. Well, you did a good job. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys
at
the next video.
Ha.
Got him.
Got him.
The same lines.